I went to Hums, kindergarten through 6th. I went to Beeger. I always tell the kids, I went to the parking lot Beeger because that's where the old Beeger was, and they always look at me funny. But I've always wanted to be a teacher. I went to Mishawaka High School. I've always had that love for teaching. I had that love for science. I remember when we used to have the parade, the homecoming parades, and I loved that. We don't do that anymore, but that was always fun. And we'd have the cars with the convertibles, and we'd do the homecoming court, and that was so much fun. And success is measured in lots of different ways in this classroom. So I will tell them, just because your tower fell doesn't mean that you failed. Like, that's not what it's about in here. Did you try your best? Did you have fun? Well, then that's part of it, right? You know, all scientists aren't measured in, you know, their experiments working out perfectly, because that's not where we're aiming for in here. And they'll say to me, I love Imagination Lab. I want to be a scientist. I want to be an engineer. And that just, you know, that just makes my heart so happy to hear those things from them. Yeah, well, both my kids, they attended Mishawaka, and they both are hockey kids. We're a hockey family, really. They both play hockey in college now, so it's kind of nice to be, you know, we're a sports family. I just remember, you know, riding my bikes in the neighborhood till the street lights came on in Mishawaka. You just felt safe. You just felt like you knew all your neighbors. I ran around with all the neighbor kids, and it was just home. That building is absolutely beautiful, and some of us drive by it every day, and I don't want anyone to take that for granted. What's always interesting is when we bring people from out of town and they see the building, and they're always like, your high school is absolutely gorgeous. I got to go to Washington, D.C., and we went to the White House area, and we got to tour some buildings, and, you know, they kind of wine and dine you, and it's nice that they, you know, treat you with kind of as royalty for a few days. I always tell my kids, oh, you're sweating, okay, good. That's okay, I know you're working hard. And it makes you feel good in the end when you've worked really hard for something and it's paid off. And sometimes it doesn't pay off, but we've learned some lessons from it. And just like in science, sometimes we learn more from when we fall and when we fail than when we succeed. And that's okay, that really is. There's a lot of lessons to be learned in life.